The Young and the Restless spoilers for the next 2 weeks are in. From November 11 to 22, 2024, fans can expect Sharon Newman's world to come crashing down. Billy Abbott goes through a major loss. A shocker happens at the end of Devin Hamilton Winters and Abby Newman Abbott's wedding. Plus, Victor Newman gets a powerful addition to his empire. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Jill Abbott's business deal. E&R spoilers for the week of November 11 reveal that Victor offers Jill Abbott a deal. Jill knows that Victor is coming after Chancellor. Jill also knows that she gave Billy an ultimatum, which he has failed. As Jill gets older, she might value time, freedom, and her family more than the company. E&R spoilers, wedding drama. As Devin and Abby continue their wedding at the Newman Ranch, expect some drama. It is teased that at the end of Devin and Abby's wedding, there will be some unexpected twists. It seems that the twist could be an announcement about Chancellor. By the end of the week, Victor gains a powerful addition to his empire. It sounds like Jill just might strike a deal with Victor, which would also explain Billy suffering a loss. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Week of November 11, 2024. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of November 11. Ashley Abbott returns much healthier. Devin continues enjoying his time with Anna Hamilton and Yolanda Harmony Hamilton. Also, Sharon breaks into Phyllis Summers' hotel room. Later in the week, Phyllis sets a trap. However, will Sharon fall into it? In any case, Sharon is bound to crack sooner or later. Alina Dawson is set to return to Genoa City. Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott's scheme is a big flop. It could also ruin the thaw that Jack thought he was creating with Kyle Abbott. There should also be an update on Nate Hastings' search for the half-brother he never knew he had. E&R spoilers, next 2 weeks. During the week of November 18, Amy Lewis could get some positive updates about Damien. Billy will react to losing at Chancellor and disappointing Jill. Billy could go through a mental health spiral. Is Sally Spectra to see what Billy is like when he loses? It won't be pretty, so stay tuned. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, November 13, reveal that Victor Newman and Nikki Newman will welcome guests into their gorgeous home. Abby Newman Abbott and Devin Hamilton Winters are getting married in the original ranch house recreation, so there will be a lot to celebrate. Of course, that includes E&R's 13,000th episode celebration, since that's happening on Wednesday's show as well. Plenty of twists and turns are brewing, but Devin will start off with a little pre-wedding gathering with Nate Hastings and Lily Winters at the GCAC. That's where Anna Hamilton and Harmony, aka Yolanda Hamilton, will show up ahead of the nuptials, so Devin will thank his half-sister and birth mother for returning to Genoa City. Later, Victor and Ashley Abbott will walk Abby down the aisle so she can tie the knot with her perfect match. Dominic Newman Abbott Winters Chancellor will serve as the ring bearer while Reverend Holmes officiates the ceremony. While Devin and Abby say their vows, some drama will be heating up across town. Phyllis Summers will be driving when she reacts to what appears to be some car sabotage. E&R recently released a promo that shows Phyllis panicking behind the wheel, so we could be looking at a situation where Phyllis' brakes are cut. Phyllis is about to spin out and land in a car crash, so Summer Newman will get updates on some dire news soon enough. Nick Newman may end up at the crash site later this week, but let's talk about Sharon Newman and her role in all this. There's a good chance Sharon will be to blame for sabotaging Phyllis' vehicle, so our predictions hint that more guilt is on the way. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some scary moments will follow all the bliss of the marriage ceremony, so don't miss all the chaos. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Tuesday, November 12, reveals that Phyllis Summers will bicker with Nick Newman and Lauren Fenmore Baldwin at Society. Although Nick and Lauren will think Phyllis needs to back off Sharon Newman, Phyllis will refuse. If Nick has a problem with her going after Sharon, Phyllis will urge him to stay out of her life. Later, Phyllis will catch Sharon searching her suite and call Chance Chancellor about someone breaking in. When Phyllis insists this proves Sharon is guilty, Sharon will act like she just knows Phyllis is capable of fabricating evidence against her. Although Sharon will try to leave, Phyllis will physically block her from heading for the door. Sharon will eventually touch her head as her vision starts to blur and she hears ringing in her ears. Once Sharon says she doesn't feel well and ultimately loses consciousness, she'll fall back on the nearby sofa. After Sharon wakes up, she'll see Chance has arrived. Sharon will ask if she blacked out again and will suggest it's happened a few times in the past couple weeks. Phyllis will accuse Sharon of trying to play the victim and draw attention away from her guilt. Sharon will admit to Chance that she came there because she was worried about Phyllis fabricating evidence, so Phyllis will confess that she was bluffing. Phyllis will nearly have Sharon arrested for breaking and entering, but Chance will wonder if she really wants to go down that road when Phyllis herself looks so out of control. In the end, Phyllis will hold off since she'll feel certain Sharon will be arrested for Heather Stevens' murder eventually. After Sharon exits, Chance will warn Phyllis to cease and desist. Or else he'll recommend that Sharon get a restraining order against her. Downstairs, Sharon will bump into Nick and Mariah Copeland, so she'll give them updates on what just happened upstairs. On Tuesday's I and R episode, Mariah and Nick will be horrified over Sharon breaking in Phyllis' suite. Nick will scold Sharon since her behavior makes Phyllis' wild accusations not seem so wild after all. Chance will come down next and warn that letting Phyllis get under her skin makes it look like Sharon has something to hide. After Chance pushes Sharon to keep her distance and leaves, Nick will urge Sharon to go on that Sedona trip she's been putting off. At Crimson Lights, Div and Hamilton Winters will talk to Lily Winters and get confirmation that she's coming to the wedding. Lily will apologize for being such a brat before and will plan to avoid any major blow-ups with Victor Newman. After Billy Abbott arrives, he'll argue with Devon briefly before scoring some time alone with Lily. It turns out Lily will be willing to come back to Abbott Chancellor, but she'll have two conditions. Lily will want reassurance that she won't have to work with Phyllis, so Billy will insist Phyllis is gone for good. Next, Lily will demand that they be equal partners, so Billy will agree to that and suggest they should tell Jill Abbott the good news. At the Abbott mansion, Abby Newman Abbott will catch Ashley Abbott up on wedding details before Devon arrives with a gift for the mother of the bride. It'll be some jewelry that Devon inherited from his grandmother, so he'll want Ashley to have it since they're all becoming family now. At Newman Enterprises, Victor Newman will admit he knows about Jill's condition and doesn't expect her to run Chancellor again. Instead, Victor will want Jill to sell it back to him at well above market value, and he'll want Nikki Newman to run it. Victor will also make it clear that Nikki can preserve both Jill and Catherine Chancellor's legacies. Jill will be interested once she sees the number Victor writes down, so she'll agree to consider his offer. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Victor and Jill are on the verge of striking an official deal, so we'll bring you more predictions on the fallout of their agreement. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, November 12, promise a clash of the titans as Jill gives Victor a piece of her mind over what he's been pulling in her absence. Doesn't play well with others. With Jill in London, dealing with her heart condition, Victor figured now was an excellent time to take over Abbott Chancellor, the company Jill gave to Billy, which he promptly renamed after himself. He expected it to be a cakewalk. It went over like a pie to the face. Jill has been calling in to express her displeasure. But now she gets to do it face to face. Victor just crosses his arms and smiles smugly. Silly woman, thinking she can get the best of him. Oh well, it's time to teach his ex another lesson. A stable genius work is never done. Not so fast. Billy has already walked back some of his most extreme moves and apologized to Lily for kicking her out of the company Jill actually gave to Lily first. He thought that would be the end of it. Lily would forgive him, and she would do what he wanted. Alas, Lily isn't ready to kiss and make up, or even to forgive and forget. She may forgive Billy eventually, and she may even do what he wants, but she sure is going to make him work for it first, said the spider to the fly. Phyllis' first brilliant plan to get Sharon to confess she's the one who killed Heather was just to keep yelling at her. Who cares if it was during Heather's memorial service and Phyllis' children were mortified? They never understand Phyllis' genius. That's why she has to keep demonstrating it to them repeatedly. When that didn't work, Phyllis just upped her game. She will set a trap for Sharon that doesn't involve as much Phyllis yelling and wait for the woman Nick dared love more than Phyllis to break down and confess. Then they'll all see. Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, November 12 indicate some plot twists in Genoa City as November Sweets rolls on. Two rivals have some unfinished business, while one person tries to stay one step ahead of their nemesis, and someone sets a trap. What kind of drama is set to unravel on Tuesday? Time to dive right in. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Jill Abbott and Victor Newman settle unfinished business. Y and R spoilers for Tuesday, November 12 reveal that Victor Newman and Jill Abbott will wrap up some unfinished business. Jill caught the moustache by surprise during Monday's show by being in his office, and then let him know that she knows he's after Abbott Chancellor. Still, Victor was more determined than ever to see if Jill would bend and sell him the company. He had many valid points, so will she decide to go another route and spoil both Billy Abbott and Lily Winter's dreams of running Chancellor? Would she sell it to Victor? I and R spoilers. Lily Winters remains a step ahead. Speaking of Y and R spoilers for Tuesday, November 12 implied that Lily will want to stay a step ahead of Billy. Lily wants to be back at Chancellor and running the business on her own. In order to this, she has to overthrow Billy from that top spot, so how far will she go to achieve this? The Young and the Restless spoilers, Phyllis Summers sets a trap. Lastly, Y and R spoilers for Tuesday indicate that Phyllis Summers will set a trap for Sharon Newman. Red is convinced that Sharon is behind Heather Stevens' murder, and it looks like she'll cross a line in hopes that she can get Sharon to cave and spill the beans. But will this plan work or backfire for Phyllis? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Are you excited about Tuesday's show? Join the conversation below. Tune into the CBS Soap Daily to catch all the drama in Genoa City, and visit SOS for the best Young and the Restless spoilers, updates, and news. For the Tuesday, November 12 episode of The Young and the Restless, spoilers photos show Ashley arriving home to a special surprise from Abby and Devon. These images preview some happy moments that you will not want to miss. Scenes from Genoa City. It's a great day for the Abbott family. Ashley returns home after getting treatment for her did in Paris. Abby and Devon are at the Abbott mansion to welcome her home. Ashley and Devon embrace, and the couple seems ready for their upcoming wedding. Ashley and Abby end up sitting on the couch and catching up. There's no doubt these two have a lot to discuss, considering how long Ashley has been gone. Sure, we saw them on a video call, but there's nothing like talking in person. There's an adorable little cake that says, "Happily Ever After." Are they having a little wedding shower ahead of the big day, or is this just a special moment for them? Abby and Devon kiss passionately, and then they smile at each other and embrace. It looks like these two are ready to make things official. Check it out in the slideshow below. The Young and the Restless scoop for Tuesday, November 12 reveals Phyllis Summers will catch Sharon Newman in her hotel suite. Also coming up, Jill Abbott will consider an offer from Victor Newman. Plus, Lily Winters will tell Billy Abbott she'll return to Abbott Chancellor. And Abby Newman will discuss her wedding with Ashley Abbott. Y&R spoilers tease Victor will tell Jill she's in no position to run a company of that size. "So you're taking over my company?" she'll ask. "Why didn't you just send me flowers and a card?" When Victor asks why she put Billy in charge, Jill will say she thought Lily could rein him in, and she'll cut to the chase and ask what he's proposing. I&R Daily Scoop. Lily warns Billy not to screw her over. "I want you to sell the company back to me at a price well above market value," the mustache will reply. But Jill will ask who will run the company if she agrees. "Someone Catherine would approve of," he'll say. "Nikki." Then Victor will give her a piece of paper with the offer, and Jill will say she'll think about it. At the Abbott estate, Abby will show Ashley a photo of her wedding dress. "I can't believe that my little girl is getting married tomorrow," she'll say. Abby will say she just hoped she got it right this time. Ashley will tell her she and Devin Winters are the perfect match. At Crimson Lights, Billy will approach Lily. He'll ask if she's accepted his apology and his offer. She'll say she's willing to do it because she doesn't want Victor to win. "You better not screw me over on this, because you'll live to regret it," Lily will add. Billy will ask if they can go tell his mom the good news. Meanwhile, Nick will blast Phyllis for her ridiculous theory. "You have to let this go. Sharon is not the one who murdered Heather." Lauren Fenmore will agree with him. Phyllis will say she can't believe Nick and Lauren aren't on her side. But Nick will tell her she's got to stop going after Sharon. Phyllis will say she's not going to. "If you have a problem with that, stay out of my life." Speaking of Sharon, she'll search Phyllis' suite at the GCAC. "What do you have on me, Phyllis, and where did you hide it?" she'll ask herself. When she finds nothing, she'll figure she's just wasting her time. "But I have to be sure." Then Phyllis will walk into her suite. "Now what a coincidence finding you here," she'll say. "It's funny, I was just talking about you." Phyllis will tell Sharon this proves her guilt, and she may as well admit it. "I admit that I know you're capable of fabricating evidence," Sharon will reply. Young and the Restless Scoop. Chance wants proof from Phyllis. When she tries to leave, Phyllis will tell her she's not going anywhere. "What are you going to do, Sharon? Kill me like you killed Heather?" Phyllis will ask. Then she'll call Chance Chancellor and tell him someone just broke into her room. Sharon will say keeping her there accomplishes nothing. But Phyllis will disagree. "I'm 100% sure you killed Heather. There is blackness in your soul. I can see it in your eyes." So Sharon will try to leave again, and Phyllis will push her back. She'll sink to the couch and say she doesn't feel well. "You killed Heather, and you're trying to make my son take the rap for it. Now the whole world's gonna know you're a cold-blooded murderer," Phyllis will tell her. Then Sharon's head will fall back and she'll black out. As she wakes up, Chance will be there. Phyllis will say Sharon was all over her room looking for things. Sharon will tell him she thought Phyllis was going to fabricate evidence against her. So Chance will ask Phyllis if she has proof, and she'll say she was bluffing. He'll tell her the only thing he can arrest her for is break and enter. Phyllis will say she only wants her arrested for murder, and Sharon will leave. Finally, Sharon will head downstairs. Nick and Maria Copeland will see her, and she'll say she was in Phyllis' room, looking for fabricated proof. This makes you look guilty, and all of Phyllis' wild accusations not seem so wild, Nick will tell. Then Chance will come downstairs and tell Sharon her actions are making her look like she has something to hide. Do yourself and everyone else a favor, stay away from Phyllis. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, November 12, 2024 are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Phyllis Summers to set a trap. Lily Winters keeps Billy Abbott on his toes. Plus, Jill Abbott and Victor Newman settle unfinished business. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Phyllis Summers' trap. Y and R spoilers for Tuesday, November 12 reveal that Phyllis knows in her gut that Sharon Newman is guilty. While Daniel Rumalotti, Juror. has been arrested for Heather Stevens' Vale Bloom murder, fans know that Daniel is innocent. While fans did not see Sharon kill Heather, we know that Daniel isn't the one who did it. Sharon made sure Daniel would get arrested and accused after she planted evidence in the penthouse. In Tuesday's episode, Phyllis sets a trap for Sharon. Y and R spoilers, Sharon Newman's solution. However, while Phyllis sets a trap, Sharon comes up with her own solution. Sharon told Nick Newman that she wanted to warn Chance Chancellor about Phyllis. Sharon claimed that Phyllis might try to fabricate evidence. When Sharon sneaks into Phyllis' hotel room, what will she plant, and could it lead to Phyllis facing charges next? The Young and the Restless spoilers, Lily Winter's risky dance. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, November 12 reveal that Lily will keep Billy on his toes. Billy has a limited time to get Lily back at Chancellor. Billy already begged Lily, but she said no. It seems Lily is just waiting so she can get all the conditions she wants. What Lily and Billy don't know is that Jill is about to make a life-changing deal. Y and R spoilers, Tuesday, November 12, 2024. On Tuesday's episode, fans can also expect Jill and Victor to settle unfinished business. Jill is in Genoa City to attend Devon Hamilton Winters and Abby Noon Abbott's wedding. While in GC, Jill stops by to see Victor. It appears that Victor summons Jill as she makes it clear she doesn't appreciate being kept waiting. That is when Victor offers Jill a deal. With Billy failing to complete Jill's orders, could Victor end up being the new owner of Chancellor? It certainly sounds like it. By the end of the week, Victor acquires a major company to his empire. How will Billy handle the big loss, though? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Tuesday, November 12, 2024? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. The Young and the Restless fans have suspected from the start that everything is not as it seems with Diane. Sure, she went to Victor with an offer to help him destroy Jack. But then she made a cryptic phone call which suggested she had a different partner and a different agenda. What if the Monday, November 11 episode gave us a huge hint about who it could be? The usual suspect. First, we thought maybe Diane was scheming with Michael. Just like we don't believe that Diane has turned on a dime, forgotten her love for Jack, and decided she no longer wants to make amends with her son. We're scratching our heads over why Michael is begging Victor to forgive him for looking out for Victor when he and Cole discovered Jordan being held prisoner in Victor's basement. Michael was right. Victor was evil incarnate. Why does he want them to be buddies again? Teaming up with Diane to bring Victor down makes a lot more sense. Love on the run. Of course, our favorite theory is that Jack and Diane's out-of-nowhere breakup is just a plot to lull Victor into a false sense of security and trick him into teaching Kyle a lesson about betraying his family for a villain who will throw Kyle away the second he has no more use for him. Did you notice how public all of Diane and Jack's fights were? Right where Victor could see them? Are we supposed to believe that's a coincidence? Dark horse. But what if we're wrong on both counts, and Diane's secret partner in crime is Jill? Jill was pretty angry with Victor today over how he was treating her Billy. Yes, he's a dumb screw-up, but Billy is Jill's dumb screw-up. She'll handle him her own way. Victor had better stay away from her boy. And if he doesn't, well, Jill has an ace in her back pocket named Diane. What do you think? Is she teaming up with Diane? Let us know in the comments below. Ahead of her mother's birthday on November 11, Tracy E. Bergman took to Instagram to marvel at her good fortune at being born to Susan Lloyd. "Life didn't come with a manual, it came with a mom," exclaimed the young and restless leading lady. "Happy 92 years young to my ma. So lucky to call you mom and best friend," she added. "Love you to the moon and back." If the pictures in Bregman's lovely tribute look especially glamorous, it's with good reason. Not only is Lloyd a card-carrying knockout, but she's also an accomplished actress. Since the late 1950s, she's been guest starring on everything from 77 Sunset Strip to The Avengers. She also appeared on just about every Western this side of Yellowstone. Gunsmoke, Rawhide, Maverick, Bonanza, Laramie, Lawman, Wichita Town, Bat Masterson, Colt 45, Have Gun, Will Travel, you name the show, and you can bet your Stetson that she's done it. In 2017, Lloyd even passed through Genoa City as a restaurant patron. On November 11, 2011, the All My Children vet relocated from Pine Valley to Genoa City. If you told Melissa Claire Egan when she made her debut as Chelsea Lawson on The Young and the Restless that she'd still be playing the part more than a decade later, she'd no doubt have arched a skeptical eyebrow. Sure, the character is beloved today, but back then, oh my gosh, the actress exclaims to Soaps.com, she was pretty awful. That's putting it mildly. The con artist was introduced to the canvas as a scheme queen who claimed that Billy Abbott had gotten her pregnant when he'd raped her in Myanmar. The first part was true, she was having his baby. But the second part, only the location of their interaction was accurate. So what happened to turn Chelsea around, and viewers around about her? Nice shot, Cupid. Love, that's what. Her romance with fellow ne'er-do-well Adam Newman, and subsequent love triangle with his on-again/off-again wife, Sharon, caught fire in such a way that even now, its embers could spark a new blaze at any given moment. One of the reasons she and Adam are drawn to each other, suggests Egan, is that they're so similar. They both have a good side, and they both have a bad side. Unfortunately, she adds, too often, they bring out the worst in each other. And therein lies what may well be the secret of Chelsea's success as a character, the key to her popularity. What makes her so interesting is that she's not all good, and she's not all bad. You can do anything with a character like that, says Egan. And of course, as an actor, it's fun to play that. If Egan had to guess, she'd say that Chelsea leans more towards sinner than saint. At her core, she probably has a questionable moral compass, her portrayer concedes. She wants to do the right thing and make good decisions, but, well, she continues with a sigh, we've seen how that turns out. There's Egan demonstrating the in trouble again expression she perfected on All My Children opposite Cameron Matheson. Credit: ABC/courtesy of the Everett Collection. Good and Evil. The pull to the dark side has been Chelsea's undoing again and again. It's been an absolute gift to Egan, who previously played super vixen Annie Novak on All My Children from 2006 to 11. I've been blessed by the soap opera gods that both on The Young and the Restless and All My Children. The writers have wanted to make my characters a little evil, she marvels. It's a lot of fun, so I'm not going to complain. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates tease Phyllis Summers is ready to take decisive action against Sharon Newman. Phyllis aims to expose Sharon as the one responsible for the tragic outcome of Heather Stevens, while also revealing her scheme to frame Daniel Romalotti. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Phyllis wants to bring the truth to light. If all goes according to her plans, Phyllis is set to unveil the truth at last. She's shown time and again that she'll go to great lengths safeguarding her children. However, this determination could lead her scheme to take a surprising and chaotic turn. In the November 11 episode of Y&R, Sharon stealthily enters Phyllis' suite, likely on a mission to uncover the evidence Phyllis claims to possess against her. While Sharon remains uncertain about the existence of such proof, Cameron Kirsten will encourage her to dig deeper. It's not hard to picture Phyllis catching Sharon in the act and demanding that she confess to her attempts at covering up the truth. Y&R spoilers. The situation escalates. This could easily escalate into a scenario where Phyllis and Sharon engage in a fierce physical confrontation, similar to Sharon's with Heather, potentially resulting in Sharon being knocked out. On November 14, Sharon will experience a harsh reality check regarding her situation, leaving her feeling trapped in the episode airing on November 15. Imagine if Sharon wakes up restrained to the bed or something similar. Phyllis might get fed up and refuse to release Sharon until she comes clean about the entire messy situation. According to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Nick Newman is on the brink of a shocking revelation, which could tie into the turmoil between Sharon and Phyllis. That's quite a large leap from a few years ago, when Phyllis was such a rock through Sharon's breast cancer situation, but likely just a good show for Nick. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Summer Newman's call, Nick Newman's shock. Summer Newman is set to receive a chilling phone call that could raise alarms for Nick regarding her mother. This might prompt her to direct him to Phyllis' suite. Just picture Nick's reaction if he enters to find Sharon tied to the bed. This scenario could paint Sharon as the victim, igniting Nick's anger over Phyllis' extreme actions. Additionally, Sharon might decide to file charges, ensuring Phyllis faces arrest. Regardless of how it unfolds, it's clear that the week of November 11 to 15 will feature some intense confrontations between Sharon and Phyllis. We'll keep you updated with predictions on the mounting tension and any shocking developments that arise. Upcoming spoilers, Phyllis could be the one losing control this time. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with We and R right now. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Summer Newman doesn't want to lose her relationship with Chance Chancellor, but they've been facing some romantic challenges lately. Since Chance arrested Daniel Romalotti Jr., Summer has been struggling over all the focus on her brother as the main suspect. Although Summer doesn't believe for a second that Daniel is capable of causing Heather Stevens' demise, Chance has to follow the evidence and take orders. That could lead to additional strife, especially if Summer becomes more convinced of Phyllis Summer's theory about Sharon Newman. Naturally, conflict is a quick way to push someone in another love interest's direction on a soap. Summer is already looking awfully jealous of Kyle Abbott's growing connection to Claire Newman, so trouble may be brewing. Kyle and Summer are one of those I and our relationships that's always going to come back around. You could argue that Summer and Kyle are destined to be together, so it may not be long until the stars align for them to face temptation and hit the sheets. Kyle may be happy with Claire right now, but the pull in Summer's direction will forever be strong. We could certainly buy the idea of Kyle landing back in bed with Summer, especially if he develops some conflict of his own with Claire. It feels like it's about time for the show to do another pregnancy and paternity mystery, so could Summer end up at the center of the next one? It's easy to imagine Summer sleeping with Chance and Kyle within a short window of time. If Summer does that and finds herself with a bun in the oven, she may face a DNA dilemma and have to await test results to learn who the father is. Of course, our paternity predictions would point to Kyle, so that Summer could ultimately reunite with him and give Harrison Abbott a sibling. Summer and Kyle are a meant-to-be pairing, so destiny may give them a baby to pull them back together down the road. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Summer has more romantic complications ahead no matter what, so we'll bring you updates on any baby news and paternity drama in her future. There's no doubt that Victor and Nikki are the #1 super couple on The Young and the Restless. Their 4-decade love story has been vital to the show and captivated viewers. Melody Thomas Scott and Eric Braden's on-screen chemistry helped make the pairing successful, but the actress admits she was skeptical about Victor. Idea of Victor and Nikki. Victor and Nikki's love story began in 1981 when the wealthy businessman took a shine to the stripper. As their romance blossomed, Victor helped transform Nikki into a classy lady and esteemed member of Genoa City society. The couple married and have 2 children, Victoria, Amelia Heinel, and Nick. Like many Y and R couples, Victor and Nikki have had their share of problems. The couple has dealt with infidelity, Nikki's alcoholism, health issues, and countless family drama. They've split up many times, but always end up reuniting, proving they're each other's true loves. 43 years later, the couple's legacy is still strong, something Scott is proud of. The actress tells Us Weekly that Nicter's love story is her favorite storyline of all time. Continuing the saga of Victor and Nikki is so significant to me, obviously, she said. However, the star admitted she and Braden were doubtful of the pairing when the show's creator, Bill Bell, pitched the idea. The pairing that should never have happened, Scott explained. Eric and I could never understand what Bill thinking putting us together. Bill had an idea. We didn't at all, but then, slowly but surely, you could feel the chemistry. The viewers could feel the chemistry. And that is that elusive word that nobody can really describe. Bill's idea paid off big time as Victor and Nikki gained popularity with fans and soap critics. Not only did they become Y and R's most Y and R star Melody Thomas Scott's doubts about a Victor and Nikki pairing were proven wrong. I and R star Melody Thomas Scott didn't think the Victor and Nikki pairing would be a success. There's no doubt that Victor and Nikki are the #1 super couple on The Young and the Restless. Their 4-decade love story has been vital to the show and captivated viewers. Melody Thomas Scott and Eric Braden's on-screen chemistry helped make the pairing successful, but the actress admits she was skeptical about Nicter. Idea of Victor and Nikki. Victor and Nikki's love story began in 1981 when the wealthy businessman took a shine to the stripper. As their romance blossomed, Victor helped transform Nikki into a classy lady and esteemed member of Genoa City society. The couple married and have 2 children, Victoria and Nick. Like many Y and R couples, Victor and Nikki have had their share of problems. The couple has dealt with infidelity, Nikki's alcoholism, health issues, and countless family drama. They've split up many times, but always end up reuniting, proving they're each other's true loves. 43 years later, the couple's legacy is still strong, something Scott is proud of. The actress tells Us Weekly that Nicter's love story is her favorite storyline of all time. Continuing the saga of Victor and Nikki is so significant to me, obviously, she said. However, the star admitted she and Braden were doubtful of the pairing when the show's creator, Bill Bell, pitched the idea. The pairing that should never have happened, Scott explained. Eric and I could never understand what Bill thinking putting us together. Bill had an idea. We didn't at all, but then, slowly but surely, you could feel the chemistry. The viewers could feel the chemistry. And that is that elusive word that nobody can really describe. Bill's idea paid off big time as Victor and Nikki gained popularity with fans and soap critics. Not only did they become Y and R's most iconic couple and one of soap opera's greatest super couples, The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Phyllis Summers will face total terror out on the road. It looks like Phyllis may slam on the brakes and find that they're not working at all. I and R released a promo that points to Phyllis' collision, so we'll see if she hits another car or perhaps a tree. Whatever the case, Phyllis' car will probably get smashed to smithereens and leave her in a desperate fight to survive. Once Phyllis is presumably rushed to the hospital, we have a hunch that Dr. Alina Dawson, Brittany Sarpy, will be treating her. In an interview with Michael Fairman, Sarpy confirmed that Alina is still a doctor and that she'll be mixing it up with some characters she doesn't normally interact with. Regardless, Phyllis is surely going to need the help of medical professionals, and we know Alina's return is imminent. It makes sense that Alina will be on hand at the hospital when Phyllis gets rolled in with serious injuries. Of course, Phyllis may need help from other staff members at Memorial as well. A surgeon may be required depending on how badly Phyllis is hurt. This crash might lead to Phyllis landing in another coma. especially since there's been a lot of focus on her previous one lately. Phyllis keeps blaming Sharon Newman for the time she caused her comatose state, and now Sharon may be poised to do it once more. Sharon will find herself in a tearful daze at the cottage, so she may think back to cutting the brakes on Phyllis' car. Our predictions hint that Sharon will raise Nick Newman's suspicions after this whole ordeal plays out. Summer Newman and Daniel Romalotti Jr. could easily end up pointing the finger at Sharon too. That's especially true if an investigation into Phyllis' car accident shows signs of foul play. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Phyllis may struggle to survive, so stay tuned for updates on all the alarming news ahead for her family. CDL's where you want to be for gripping Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates, so make us your one-stop Y and R source. The Young and the Restless spoilers and rumors tease Nick Newman makes a bold move to save Sharon Newman. After he witnesses her staring into air and obviously seeing someone or something, he has hidden cameras installed in her house to observe her when she's alone. The Young and the Restless spoilers, the act of a desperate man to reveal the truth. Nick, as well as Faith Newman, Mariah Copeland, and Tessa Porter, are worried about Sharon. Even though she claims to be on the right track with her meds and her doctor, there's still something off. Nick suspects that Sharon is hallucinating something or someone, and afraid to admit it. Whether it's her bipolar disorder or post-traumatic stress, he's not sure. This has been going on for several months now, with bizarre behavior and staring off into space. She's been caught talking to someone, and claims she's thinking aloud. Nick has known Sharon since they were teenagers, and she's not a thinking out loud kind of person. And monitoring by hidden camera is the last resort. My and our spoilers. The cameras are set to record and able to play back. Just like security cameras in a store or other business, the cameras are set to record and will be able to play back. He has the live feed going to his cell phone as well, just in case of an emergency. Sharon doesn't work crimson lights very often, although a similar system should be there as well in Genoa City. He feels they are needed, although he'll make that suggestion later. The most important thing is to catch on video Sharon's behavior when alone in case an intervention needs to be made or a psychiatrist needs to see it. Nick hopes against hope that will not be the case, because Sharon doesn't take well to interventions. She'll only deny the suspicions with videoed behavior she can't. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Sharon's captured on video arguing with air. Nick's desperate plan and bold move works. She's captured on video arguing with thin air, and she's telling a hallucination to stay away from her and leave her alone. Remembering Phyllis Summers' accusations of Sharon start to make a sinister kind of sense when Sharon screams at an invisible someone about Heather Stevens. She's screaming that Heather didn't have to die. Why did the invisible someone say it was the only way to avenge Cassie Newman's death? Nick knows this won't stand up in court because a warrant would have been needed, but he hopes a psychiatrist can help him save Sharon. It's not proof she didn't kill Heather as Phyllis claims, but it may be proof she wasn't responsible for her actions if she did. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with Y and R right now. He says one thing but is clearly doing something different. Of course, we are talking about the Young and the Restless star Eric Braeden, as his behavior is raising eyebrows among both fans and critics. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. The Young and the Restless news. Eric Braeden's rant is raising eyebrows. Just like some other soap opera stars out there, Eric took to his X account to announce that he would be leaving the social media platform following Donald Trump's win in the presidential election. Eric, who is best known for his role as Victor Newman on the hit CBS soap, put it this way: "I am leaving X and going to 3ADs. I am deactivating my account by in 1 week, so spread the word. I shall not be censored by this South African apartheid guy, who obviously doesn't understand American democracy." The censor crap has started. However, it didn't take very long for the actor to come back to X to share some more of his political musings. Over the weekend, Eric wrote, "I am leaving X because the censorship of free expression has started." A tweet in which I spoke critically of the FRAUD was blocked. Remember, the Nazis started arresting editors and journalists of the Free Press in Germany in 1933, shortly after the assumption of power of that little Austrian private. Some of you know where that led to: the biggest bloodletting in human history. The Young and the Restless news. What's next for Eric Braeden? If that weren't enough, he also added, before Hitler started his obscene ethnic cleansing, he arrested about 5.5 million non-Jewish Germans and put them in quickly built concentration camps, like Dachau or Bergen-Belsen. The death camps were built in Eastern European countries, like Poland, Latvia, Czechoslovakia, etc. Now, whether or not Eric Braeden does come back to X remains to be seen. The Young and the Restless airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, let us know what you think by leaving us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. The Young and the Restless airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times.